All right, so you're ready for the combining like terms notes for the training assignment. In other words, this is just training you about like terms. It's not in solving equations. That'll be after we get the understanding and grasp for combining like terms. So what does this mean, combining like terms? Well, we define terms and like terms in our vocabulary at the beginning. And then we talked a little bit about combining, because I said if we always think of adding, addition as combining, whether they're positives or negatives. So it should have some familiar sound to it. But like terms can be classified as either constants or as variables. So you're going to have terms that are constant terms, and then you're going to have those variable terms. All right. So they're like terms if they have the same variable and exponent. So constants are a constant. They're not going to have a variable, and they're not going to have an exponent, because you would have already simplified it to just a steady constant without, if you have 10 squared, you evaluate that to be 100, and there's your constant. So exponents on numbers without variables, we just simplify. But if we are looking at variable terms and needing to combine them in likeness, they have to have the same variable attached, as well as the exponent on the variable has to be the same. So let's look at some of these examples. So here we have a constant, and a variable. Since we only have the one variable term, we don't have to think about whether or not it has the same letter, because we only have the one. So we have 0 and -8 are like terms, and then we have 13R. So these two are alike. 13R is a separate term. Here we have a variable, constant, variable, and a variable term. This time we have different variables. Here's a B, here's a C, and there's a C. So we have two like terms in this clutch, and 8C and the -8C. Now they're not like terms because they both have an 8 involved in them. They're both they're like terms because they have C, and C is just to the first power. There's no exponent there to think about. So they are therefore like terms. Let's look at the next. We have a constant, a variable, and a variable. And our variables are exactly the same. So our two like terms are -12x and 12x. Next we have a variable, a constant, and a variable. Both our variables are plain old G. Theirs are like terms, 11G and -7G. Go ahead and look at the next three, find the like terms and list them, and then come back to the video. I will point out that this is the letter T. It looks like a plus sign, but it's the letter T. So hopefully you paused and did some like term evaluations and came to the same conclusions I did here. Let's go really quickly and look at what we have. We have a variable, variable, constant. They both have the letter T, so they're like terms. Variable, 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 constant, but this one's a letter N, so it's not like the others. The others both have M, which, by the way, those say the same thing, don't they? 1M is the same as the naked M. Wearing a 1 always, even when we don't see it. And then we have three terms with the letter B, so they are all three like terms. All right? Only like terms can be combined. Only like terms can be combined. You can't add a constant to a variable. You know that. We've looked at that. You can't combine them. You can add it, but you have to leave it in addition. Only like terms can be combined. And we combine like terms by adding the coefficient. Okay, so let's look at a little example here. Instead of using letters, we've used little icons to represent things. And so we're looking for like icons. They're the like variable. And the variables are involved in when the Robinson family orders snacks at the state fair and they buy drinks, pizza, and ice cream cones. So we have pizza, pizza, drink, drink, ice cream cone, pizza, cone, pizza, pizza, drink. okay? So I can write an expression to represent their purchase by using like terms. So let's look here first. I'm going to look at my pizzas. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times that P is represented. I have 1, 2, 3 drinks, and I would call them sodas, but that's just who I am. And then I have 2 cones. So I'm going to write myself an expression using the terms that are alike. Remember, I said that there's 1, 2 cones. So that means I have the cone twice, 2 times C. And I also have 1, 2, 3 drinks. 3 drinks. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pizzas. Now, I'm not going to say I bought 10 items because I want to be more specific. I bought 10 of drinks, pizzas, and ice cream cones, but I can't add them together. They're not like terms. If I asked for an ice cream cone and you hand me a soda or a pizza, I'm not going to be very happy because I ordered the cone. So we can't combine them. They're not like terms. So let's simplify some of these like terms by combining. Let's simplify the expressions by combining the like terms. I'm going to first go through and I'm going to highlight my like terms in the same color. So I have a 3E and I have a negative 7E. This is where it comes back to remembering that whatever sign is exactly in front of that term represents the number. Because if I'm subtracting something, I'm going left in the negative direction on the number line. If I'm adding something, I'm going to the right on the number line. So we're thinking in those terms. Then I have a negative 19 and a negative 10. So let's go ahead and combine our like terms. I'm going to have, oopsie, let me get the pencil. Sorry about that. I'm going to get 311 minus 711. So I'm going to do, in my calculator, I'm going to do 3 minus 7 because those coefficients tell me how many times it's represented. So I'm going to have negative 4 of the E. I also have, I'm going to combine with my other terms that are my constants, negative 19 and a negative 10. So if I go to my calculator and I do negative 19 minus 10, it's going to say negative 29. So my simplified expression is negative 4E minus 29. Let's do the one to the just below it. I'm going to go ahead and highlight first. There's a G term. There's a G term. And then I have 2 constants. So I'm going to combine my variable terms. They both have G to the first power. So I have 1.5G plus 6.5G. And that's going to give me 1.5 plus 6.5 is 8G. And I have negative 10 and negative 3. Negative 10 minus 3, which is going to give me a negative 13. Now notice this time I put plus negative 13, and that's okay. You could write this one as 8G minus 13 or 8G and a negative 13. Either way, I'm going left on the number line. Either way, it's left on the number line. All right, let's go on now. I'd like to give you a minute to mark your papers for like terms. And if you don't have a highlighter, you can do it a lot of different ways. So I'm going to look at 20C next. I'm going to put a little half circle under my C terms. I'm going to be sure to include what's in front of it. Then I'm going to circle my D terms with their signs in front of it. So you can do that. I want you to go ahead and do that for each of the remaining 3 problems and then come back and check and see how you did with marking. And also let's go ahead and let's list them in order according to what can be combined, okay? I'm going to have you pause, take a minute to do that. I'll do a couple of them and then come back. I'll do this one and this one. So that second one I did is a really good example because it's already in variable in like term order. So I just showed here that you're just going to be adding the coefficients 4.2 and 6.7 and then a -5. And hopefully you're using your calculator unlike I did, and I'm hoping that 5.9J is correct. I have to remember it identifies how many J's, so I got to put the J back with it. And then I just have a -5. Up here we combine 20C and 10C. 20 plus 10 is 30. 8 minus 5 is 3, so I have 30C and 3D. Go ahead and pause for the next two as well, and then come back. This one will have you think you have done it incorrectly, because when I take a -3 plus 8 minus 5, well, -3 and -5 makes a -8. So what happens there? It becomes 0. And if I have 0D, I have 0. Doesn't matter what D equals, the end result's going to be 0. 0 times anything equals 0. Go ahead and take a minute to pause and do the next one. So I looked at my coefficients. These were all three H terms right here. So I lined it up with my coefficients and I said, well, I've got 1/2 and 3/2. That's easy for me to see 4/2. If I have two wholes in the name of a half, I have 4/2. So I have 4 plus 3 plus 1, 8/2. Now you use your calculator if you need to. There is no crime in that. That simplifies to 4, so I have 4H minus 1. All right, if you have any additional questions, make sure you're coming to class and asking for some additional help on this. I'd like you to go ahead and do your best with the practice assignment here on the paper. We're going to just list some terms that are like these. So for instance, anything that has an M, I could put 1/2 M. I could put anything with a coefficient, anything, but the variable has to be M. And of course, for number 2, any constant. So go ahead and try your hand at that. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to look at simplifying the expressions by combining like terms.